In this video, I'm going to share with you a simple way about how to find yourself and your purpose in life all at the same time. The problem that I've seen with clients and the one that I experienced myself is that we can, at a young age, get really off track with what we're doing with our lives. We get all these messages from parents and teachers and friends and the media about who we should be and what we should do. And at a very young age, because we want to belong, because we want to fit in, and because we want love, we listen. And what ends up happening is that somewhere down the line in our lives, usually around 30, 40 years old, at least that's what it was for me, we realize that we've spent all these years going down the wrong path, living a life that aligns with someone else's idea of what we should be doing with our life. The solution to all of that is know thyself first. So that's what I'm going to share with you here today. It's something I've developed to help you really understand who you are and why you're here. I call it my identity superstar. So what's at the center of this star is identity. It's who are you really? At the core of everything that life is all about, it's really starting to honor your true self, your authentic nature, and your gifts and your strengths. So at the center of this star, in order to be able to radiate light and beauty to the world, we need to first be complete and honor ourselves. So the identity piece is about understanding your strengths, your gifts, your likes, your dislikes, your passions, your hates. All of those things are part of your identity. And when we get clear about those things, we can start to move through the world in a new way that's more authentic and more true. And by the way, I want to mention that this is the step one of my entire leadership model that I've created. So there are 4 parts to my leadership model, which I'm not going to get into here, but this is the entire first part of it. Now I'm going to take these a little bit out of order because if you're looking for your passion and your purpose in life, then the next thing you'll want to do once you're clear about your identity is take note of what your values are. Your core values are those principles that you believe in and that you live by. They're what ground you into life. When you live life in alignment with your core values, life becomes way easier, way more beautiful. The problems that we face, if you think about it, most often come from making decisions and saying yes to things that are out of alignment with our values. So step 1, identify your values and start living a life in alignment with them. The next piece, once we're clear about identity and values, is our self-care. I often refer to this as life force. This is the other thing that grounds us into life. When we take care of ourselves, when we treat our body right, then we have that grounding on both sides from the values and the self-care. And from that grounded, rooted place, we can create beautiful things. So the next thing after self-care is to look over here and see what's in our past, aka our story. So when we can come to terms with everything that's led us up to this moment, when we can accept it, when we can love it, when we can let go of resentments about it, we can get a whole lot more clarity on what comes next. In other words, our vision. This is our future. Our future is something that we can create anew, but we can create it much more effectively when we're grounded in our values, when we practice self-care, and we've come to terms with our past. So that's the best time to create our future, and also to ask the question of why am I here? What is my purpose? What is my North Star? So when we have all these things in alignment and working, then we can radiate out what we're truly here to do and be. The problem that I see is when people start to try to ask this question or this question without having a groundedness in their values or their self-care and not having come to terms with their past. If this speaks to you and you're interested in learning more about how you can monetize your magic and create a business that's aligned with your true self, your true nature, your gifts, your strengths, check out my Monetize Your Magic Playbook. You can get it for free at monetizeyourmagicplaybook.com. Enjoy.